enforcement assistance agreement between the city of Mabton and the Yakima County Sheriff's Office for communications on page 14. And it's just like what we've had.
Yeah, so it's just the renewal for dispatching. Yeah, it's the same thing we always have. I don't think so, huh? No, this is just study session.
Dispatch.
This would be with Yakima County.
It's on page 14. I think it's probably
It's not the ones that are coming in. Yeah.
no, it's not the one. That's what I thought too. It's the one who got hired. Good with that. Discussion of upgrading Manor Bank signatures. Have Annie and Rachel. That's her name. Removing Josh Roberson and Mayor Laura Vasquez. And that's because the new mayor's coming in, so there'll be different people. And I think you can't be on it in your position now, right? Am I right?
That's correct, yeah.
So, new mayor, and he has a new position, so we can't be assigned.
Who's gonna be in your place? The other sign, you can't be on there. Okay, we're taking two off, we should put two on.
Well, we're putting Rachel will be on, but it'll probably be one of the, either Jerry or one. Be one of them that will have to be.
We can update it at any time, so that's just what we're doing right now.
So that's it.
That's it, that's the whole meeting.
But do we have any other things to discuss for things we had in study session instead of doing it in the regular? Get through it faster again. We're gonna be here for an hour almost.
What to do for the employees that we never met.
So you guys want to introduce yourselves? So go over to the podium now one at a time. So they can see it.
Jamin is actually in the meeting and he would like to come on at this time and give you guys a report. If we're still in the study session, that way he doesn't have to wait for the regular meeting.
Yes, he'll do it. Let him, our employees, new employees are gonna introduce themselves and then he can do that if you want.
Okay.
That'd be fine.
Make sure you turn that microphone on too, please.
My name is Marisela Galvez, and I've been working with the city about 2.5 months now. Prior to this, I did work for a hospital. I also worked for the state and CPS, and then I also worked for a bank for many years. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Jerry Villa. I'm a resident of Mabton. I've been in and out of Mabton for about the last 20 years. I grew up here, went to elementary school, middle school, high school. I know a lot of the different people in the community, their needs. I'm proud to be able to be part of the team. I started back in September. I've noticed a big difference in the community members, feeling a lot less stressed out, being able to communicate both in Spanish and English. Prior to this, I've worked in many different jobs in lead supervising positions for over the last 8 years. I helped my family start up a small company business in Grandview called The Happy Watermelon. They do fruit cups, food, all that. Really good business. Yeah, they have amazing sorts of different things. So it's an honor to be here and be part of this amazing team and community. And I look forward to continue serving you guys. Nice meeting you.
You're by name, right? you
Yeah.
doing that?
Yes.
Anybody want to ask? Put them on the hot seat. Okay, Jamie, we're ready for you. Or Jamin. You guys and your J's.
Yeah, I know it gets confusing, doesn't it? Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. Well, cool. I had originally thought about coming down tonight, but with the road conditions were a little exciting this morning. And so I just wanted to give you guys a quick update on things. I think we're moving forward on projects, and then, answer any follow-up questions. Honestly, it didn't look like you had much on the study session, so I thought, you needed to talk about something for that hour. We're moving forward. They had a meeting with the railroad for the Main Street project. The railroad moves at its own pace, but we finally got a meeting with the railroad, and I think it went well. There was a good discussion. I think they have a clear path forward. Park and Ride, we're continuing to make progress on the design for that. Should have something for you guys to look at soon. Washington Street is about the same place it was. We're still kind of arguing with them about the last details. I did look into the question that you had, I think, a couple council meetings ago about the crack seal. I think, Tootie, I think you had a question about that. And I talked to Michael about it, and he said basically there were some existing crack seals that as they worked down the project, a few of the existing crack seals got pulled up. And so they fixed them as best as they could. They cleaned them up as best as they could as they went. And so that he said most likely what you're seeing is one of the old crack seals is coming up. And so it's an existing condition. It's not anything related to this project so much as it's an old crack seal that's peeling up. If that doesn't sound like what you were seeing, then please send us pictures and we'll investigate it and address that with them. I think the mayor talked about it at one of the last council meetings, but the city was successful in obtaining grant funding for the South Main Street project. So city staff are working through the paperwork with TIB to get that signed, but basically they're going to give you a big grant to be able to do South Main Street. So the current Main Street project is from Washington to South Street, and the new funding would take, it's an overlay. It's not a full rebuild, but then an overlay then from South Street all the way to Maple. And so together you essentially get Main Street new or updated all the way. And finally, transportation project wise, we submitted some funding. I think the mayor gave you guys an update, but we did complete streets funding, and the city was successful in receiving a nomination, which is likely then that the city will receive a grant for that as well, which the city's intent is to use that for sidewalk on North Street. So we're optimistic that one's going to come out well. The purpose of that sidewalk and why we kind of applied for that and talking with city staff was so that the city core, the Main Street, the school could all be tied along North Street out towards the farm workers clinic. And so that those people that when that develops, that would be another way, you've got B Street and you'd have North Street to provide pedestrian facilities to facilitate them, getting into the downtown area, into the school and the core there. I think that's just the quick Cliff Notes version on the transportation projects. The water system plan, we're continuing to make progress. Zara and I met with Juan last week and looked at the facilities and talked about some of his thoughts on where things are at. I think overall the water system's in good shape, and once well 7's online and functioning as part of the system. And to that point, we're working on the well siting analysis with Aspect to determine the location of the well and the preliminary design, and then move into putting the bid documents together and getting a driller on board. So I think that is the quick version. Jamie scolds me for talking too much and taking too much time, so I'm going to be fast. But if you guys have any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
We've got 50 minutes left, Jamie.
Sorry.
Solar.
One time you wanted me to talk a lot.
What about the solar system? Is there something that we could talk about on that? Our solar panels? No, not yet.
That project is being done through Apollo.
Okay.
Gino is not associated with that.
Oh, that's why you don't know.
I will occasionally answer questions. I'm aware of the project, and the mayor, mayor and I've talked about the project occasionally, but we're not directly involved at all.
Okay.
certainly
I thought you were.
anything, let us know, but I don't think it's that we're involved or anything. I think that sounds like that project's covered the way it is.
What do you think, Jamerson? Do we discuss it or not?
Discuss what?
Just let them know that we received the grant and
Oh, yeah, we did receive the grant through, I think it's through the Department of Commerce, but Josh should probably speak on this because
oh,
I
okay.
actually
Yeah.
don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So we
go
did
for it,
also-
Josh.
Yeah, so we did get the project awarded in the amount of $277,706. No, I'm saying it's still, like I said, it's still getting started. So it's $277,706. Yeah. So it is from the energy retrofits for public buildings, the solar program. Right. I'm saying they just started the documents on that, so. Yeah, it'll be a little while before we get any actual.
Power's going to be for the wastewater right now, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think it might actually give us power for everything the city owns. Okay, I think that's where it's heading.
Mhm.
Okay.
Any other questions? You have 48 minutes of study session left.
Right.
I'm asking Judy if he's the one that brought up the things in the saying they fixed.
We'll just have
That
to keep
wasn't
an
it?
eye on them.
Okay, we're fine. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Jamin.
Yep. Appreciate it.
So is there other discussions we could handle? Jamie, do you want to talk about anything right now while we have time?
I don't
No.
have anything to report.
Okay. Anybody have some other concerns they want to address? No? We'll do the employees now, so we're done. Okay. So Josh, you have anything to add? What?
I have nothing new.
Oh, never on, Jerry. You talk to me. How about you, Victor? Front desk? No? Okay, how about you, Tootie? Nothing, Tootie? Wow. Yeah, but I want to finish with our, and then I go. Nobody up here does. Okay, we'll go to residents. If anybody has anything to say or address, they can step up to the podium. Give us your name, address for the records, please. Yeah, we're gonna do everything we can do in the study session so we can get out of here. Right, ball games, girl.
Okay, my name is Rachel Varela, 309 Maple Street. So I just wanted to bring to the board, the council members, that we had a successful Christmas Bazaar Saturday through the Booster Club. We had over 20 vendors there, and it was great. You know, unfortunately, we didn't see council members there except for one, and I just, you know, was kind of disappointed about that. We saw Victor, Napton's Finest, was there. Thank you for showing up, Victor, and supporting the vendors that were there. I just want you to know, and I wanted to know and put it on record that it was no intention for the Booster Club to take it over. It's just, it was done that way because GMA has been running for the last year and a half without a nonprofit number, picking up donations and whatnot, and that can't be done. You know, they've been getting money from Legends and gift baskets, and I've been a sponsoring gift baskets to GMA, and you know, I was unaware until about 6 weeks ago or so that GMA has dissolved.
No,
They
we haven't. Excuse me, but get your facts right. We haven't dissolved. We just don't have our paperwork back.
So I did look into it, and I did look into the revenue, and you can go online. It's for public to see. GMA does not exist. And so, you know, we didn't step on anybody's toes by no means. I did have a member come and ask me if we could help. We did. And
Excuse me, Rachel, but we're here for council. If you have something to address about the city or something, let's do it. But we don't need to go into a full discussion about something.
Okay, I'm addressing it because I want it on record. So
You just
anyway,
put it on record. So
okay,
you can
so
discontinue your conversation about it.
so I just want everybody to know and thank the ones that came out to help us. Okay.
And just to let everybody know, I clarified it with the school district and anybody else that was involved, that GMA was not involved in it. Anybody else have something to say? If not, we'll close